Hi everyone, welcome back to Dismas the Pilgrim, the Puzzled Pilgrim, episode 5. Um, as you may notice, there is a brand new look to the channel. In honor of hitting affiliate during the last stream, I put some work in when I took the day off yesterday and revamped the whole look for a fresh, clean um, view for everyone. Nothing else about the channel is changing for now, though. Thanks. Took me a lot of work getting everything lined up. Um, but yeah, it's worth it. It makes the viewing experience a little better for everyone else. Um, Nothing else about the channel is changing. We're going to stick with all our standard daily puzzles for using Wordle and Pips from the New York Times, Starstruck, and several difficulties of Sudoku from Netflix Puzzled to Done, and the Chess Daily puzzle, and some general puzzles from chess.com. Depending on how things go and how much call for it there is, we'll also maybe do some bonus daily puzzles. You might notice that there's also like some custom emotes for the channel. Have fun with them. So I suppose we best start off. I think I'm going to start with Pips again today. Start with the easy. Got the tracker ready. Right. Let's go. So with the rules for Pips, we have to place these dominoes into the grid using these things here as clues. So each box has a rule stated in the bottom right of it. The rules let us give us the logic that we need to use. So here, everything in it must sum to a total of 14. Here, all pip values must be equal. Yeah, for the single boxes, it just means one side of the domino must be that 5. So, for example, this double 5 can go here. Actually, a better example would be we can have this 5-2 here, but we couldn't have it like that. Right, so let's go. So let's start by trying to figure out what these could be. What have we got 3 of? So it's either going to be the 5s, or I'll change color for this, or the 4s. With it being 3 long, it needs to contain a double, so it can still be either of them. This could be it could also be the 2s, which is annoying. This could be either of them. These blanks are going to probably throw me off for a while. Okay, so there is one thing I can figure out straight away. We only have the one domino with a 6 on it. Oh, thanks for logging in anyway. Much appreciated. So yeah, this 6 has to go here. It's the only domino with a 6 on it. And we don't have enough 3s for everything to go up here. This actually gives us some geometry to work with. So now we actually know how everything is going to be laid out. Okay, so actually, second look at this, it can't be the 5s because we only have a maximum of 3 of everything that's left. And we need another 5 to go here. We do have the 5s connected to the 2s. Which looks like it's actually the only way we can do it. So we'd end... Oh. Let's do it the right way around. So we'd end up with 5 there and these. I know! Yeah, thanks to, like, during the last stream, hitting affiliate, like, it's the reason I didn't do a stream yesterday, dealing with all the Twitch paperwork to set up affiliate properly and revamping the channel in honor of it. Yeah, I hit like affiliate level. All thanks to you guys and your support. If you like these ones, you should see the ones that subs get access to. I did put a couple of animated ones together. Hi, thanks for joining. Oh, thanks very much. My first ever sub. Yeah. So yeah, there's a couple of standard emotes you can get for sub and follows, but there's a handful, by which I literally mean 2 emotes that you can get animated. If you sub, I'm expecting Slayer Rota. There he is. You also get access to big emotes. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. But yeah, let's get back to the puzzle. Right, so to make 14, we need, with what's left, we need double 5 and a 4. So the only way we can fit it in is like this. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed them. It took me a little extra work yesterday when I didn't stream, using some of the elements I've already built for like the title cards and stuff like that. But worth it for you guys and all the support you've shown me. Okay, so now we move on to the medium. Okay, so this is already looking a little more difficult. The only bit of geometry I know I can get is there. Fantastic. Let's have a look at what doubles we've got, because across this one with the 4, that it needs to contain a double because of its length of 3. So let's have a look at how many tiles we've got. Thanks very much for joining up again. Yes, you managed to join right at the beginning of the stream as well. You've only missed the easy pips so far. I've literally just started the medium. So yeah, we're looking for doubles here. The only thing that I've got with a double is the 3. And there's 4. So all 4 of the 3s are going to have to fit in here. Somewhere. Okay, so right, I know that that one can't hang over here because of the geometry. What else have we got multiples of? Let's start. So we've got 2 6s, which isn't going to help us with these equals, at least. Because these are the ones that I'm most curious about for now. We do have 3 1s, but none of them are going to go into the equals thanks to this. We do only have the 1 2. Which has a 6 attached to it. Okay, I just want to noodle something out here for a second. So if the 6 and 2 go here, we'd end up like this with the 6. 6. And then we don't have a 6-0 to fit here or here. Okay, so that means that the 6 will have to go, the 6-2 will have to go there, and these two are going to be 6s. Enjoy the sandwich. Like, food is more important than puzzles. Okay, so we know that the 6s have to go in this bit now. It still doesn't tell us exactly what the other two equals are yet. All right. So we only have 2 blanks, which means if I try to do, I don't know why I was thinking about blanks then. We do have enough to do that. And if I do it the other way, I'm just having a quick look at things first. I do have a 5-0 and a 5-3 to start moving off this way. Hi there. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Yeah, I'm going to attempt it this way around to start with. I've got a good feeling about this one. And then from there, 5-3 fits in here. We get the double 3. No, that can't work. Oh, yes, it can work. Didn't spot the extra 1s there. Yes. Okay. And then the last one, we get rogue 1 blank. Okay, that one went a little smoother than the medium usually does. I'm expecting the hard one to get me quite stumped. It usually does for a while. So let's get to it, see just how bad it is today. Okay. So there's a couple of things I can spot with the geometry straight away. Right. First thing is like that. That's a given. Do we have 5-0? We do. I was hoping I didn't have this domino because that would actually tell us the geometry for the rest of it. Yeah, enjoy the new emotes. Okay, so... Ah, thanks very much, Duck Wizard. Ah, thanks. Yeah, it's all had like a big revamp in honor of hitting affiliate. It's one of the reasons I didn't stream yesterday. I was busy working on this. I'm expecting it to be a while before I have to do like another big revamp again. I don't think it'll be a very quick journey to needing it. Okay, right. Whilst we're here, let's have a look at the. Right, so these are not just 3s; they are less than or greater than 3. Yes, that's for building a community badge. The 50 followers. Like partner is something insane, like having 75 concurrent viewers for 4 streams. It's nuts. Okay, let's stop and think. Right, so this will have to be 2-3 or 1-4. Do we have 1s? We only have the 1. Okay, we don't have a 2-3 domino. We've got a couple of 3s and a couple of 2s, so it can be put about. Okay. Yeah, so like I expected, this one has got me a little stumped. So let's start looking at the dominoes we have for all of the equals. I need to start counting them up. So we've got, let's see what I've got at least 3 of. So there's a lot of 6s, so they're going to be used all over the place. One thing to note is we also have no blank spaces, which means things should solve down a little easier once I start making headway, in theory. As you've seen, there's been plenty of times I've said stuff like that and it just doesn't go to plan. Also have 5s. Thanks. Yeah, it's quite a bit of work, especially getting every scene set up, because each puzzle has its own scene built in OBS. So that was quite a few. But I'm glad you could make it back. Okay, so I've also got... Oh, I'm running out of colours. Hi, Duck Wizard. So yeah, I was counting the ones that I've got multiples of. Oh, grey does not stand out. So I'm doing 2s. Okay, so only the ones with doubles can go in this bit. Because no matter what, we'll either end up with a double over this bit or a double over this bit. The number 1? Oh, that's just an additional badge for being my first sub. It should only appear on this channel, I think. Oh, speaking of numbers, I didn't actually tote up the wins for the easy and the medium. Yes, Hannah, like my partner, made the very first clip, which was me complaining that someone got the wrong tequila. I was entirely right. Like, of all the hills I could choose, rose tequila being awful is one that I will stand on. Let's see how badly this one stands out, because I've got a few blanks as well, which actually gives us a lot to work with here. So I know for a fact the blanks can't go in here. Same with the 2s. We don't have enough 3s to go in here. So wrong. So this has to be 6s or 5s. So let's go back to red, and I'll make a quick note of that. 6 or 5. Oh, what's... Oh, that's an alert I didn't even think of. I'll have to fix the alert box ready for that one in future. Gifted subs, thanks very much. Like to see community here. So yeah, like that has to be 6s or 5s. If it's the 6s, I still have room for a 0 there. If it's the 5s, I also have room for a 0 there. With a 5-6 left over to go into here to be 6s. Okay. I know. You're number 1 twice over. But first subscriber and first sub gift. Well, that's fantastic. All of the ones next to your name, Duck Wizard. Okay. Where was I? So if I need that to be right, let's attempt it with these. And that forces this to be there. And then we need 6 attached to something greater than 3. That will just happen. Okay. So if it's greater than 3. So that would have to be that one. Then this would have to be there. For less than 3, it can be either of these. But to make 5, I don't have any 5s left. So that's going to have to be a 3. Yeah, all of the emotes on that one. Some of them are the Twitch standard ones. I've only built 2 standard and 2 animated emotes for now. Okay, so things are starting to sort out. I've got 2 options. Okay, so this has to be a 3. Then I'm already failing. Because if I put the 3 in there, I do not have enough to be able to make an 8. Okay. So let's take some of this back. Nice. So to make an 8, it either needs to be 6, 2, or 5, 3, or 4, 4. Like, those are the only combinations with 2 dice that I can use to make 8. Here it has to be 1, 4, or 2, 3. Like, that's just the only way that these numbers can be made with 2 dominoes. Here I've got 1, 6, and 2, 5, 6. There's actually quite a few. Same with this one. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try different blank that I've got multiples of here. So let's try 6s. So that would end up having to be that. Then if I put the 5 in, I would still have 5s to do that. Let's attempt this 5 here, because it could also be the blanks. And then I've got 5 attached to 6s. 5 here, and that gives blanks. Yeah, sacrifices have to be made, and Prime was one of them. Okay, so this if we're looking at blanks here, a blank attached to less than 3, we actually only have the 1. Right, then right, it can be either this or the other one, but let's start here. And then from there, I'd need another 4. And because I need to get up to 7, it can't be blank. So then I'd need a 1. To make 6, I would need... Come on. and then another 4. Oh, I don't know if I can make 6 with that one. No, that would leave me on 4. That doesn't do it. So we go back to this bit, and then we try the blank with the 4 instead of the 3. Okay. And then we need a 1. I do have the 6s to be able to try that. Ooh, curry. So yeah, a 1. We can use either of these and still be able to make 8. I think. No, because I don't have any 5s left, which means it has to be this one. And then I need a 6, and I only have this. Ooh, am I onto a winner here? Then it needs to be 3. And I need to be able to make 6 there. Don't think I've got it. I think I've messed it up again. Yeah. Okay. Well, 625. That's also 4-3. Okay. 5, 8, 7, and then yeah, I just don't have the 5s left over to make that. So we're gonna have to go back quite a bit. Or did I? P6. Yeah, I don't have the 5, so yeah, I can't do it that way. Don't have blank 1. Ooh. So another alert that I haven't set up a custom one for. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, I'm having to backtrack quite a bit now. Maybe even all the way to the beginning. Did I attempt it with the 0-5? I did, but if I do it that way, then it doesn't actually tell me anything that I can do here. Thank you very much. I guess I'll have to get a counter for all that now. Yeah, no, like I thought, this one's gonna stump me a little. Tried this way. Okay, what 0 have I got attached to something greater than 3? I've got 2 of them. If I put the 4 that way, I do have the 4s to be. Thank you. Yeah, so I think I need to do it this way so that I can still have all the 6s or 5s to come down here. And to get greater than 3, that would have to be there. And then, thank you. So less than 3 attached to a 4. I literally only have that that'll work. Okay, so I've already hit a problem. That is greater than 5 just on its own. So that can't work. Okay, so yeah, this one's got me a little bit stumped. Okay. She's a very bad liar. Um, right, so let's try the sixes again. Like this. Then I will need a 5 going into something that I've got multiples of. I only have 2 6s left, so it can't be that one. Do I have the 5s to do it? I think I might. And then I can go 5 into blanks there. This gives me a 5 6 here. Blank 4. Oh no, that won't do it. That's the exact opposite. Blank 2 will do that. Blank 4 gets me this. Then I need 1 3 or 1 2. I don't have any 5s left, so it can't be 1 3. So it's got to be the 1 2. I have a sneaking suspicion this is. I've fallen into a solution I've already tried and failed. I don't have a 6 left for that. So yeah, it's really looking like I'm going to have to chalk up the hard as another loss. Little bit more than friends. She's my fiance. Yeah, this one seems to have me quite stumped. I don't have a timer to show how much time I've already wasted on it, but I think I might have to call it another loss on this one. I've had a couple of losses on the hard pips. Um, yeah, yeah. She's been very supportive since I started the stream. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call this one a loss. I can't find the logic I need to like jump into it properly. Like there is a step that I am missing somewhere that is just stopping me from progressing. Yeah, no, that's pretty much how I'm feeling looking at this one. Ah, I hate to do it, but I think I am going to have to add yet another loss to Pips. Shall we see where it is? See what the like bottom left corner should have been for me to. Okay, so it was the 5s across the bottom and the 6s there. I don't think that's one that I actually tried properly. Oh well, we live and learn. Okay, so from here we're going to move on to the Wordle. Hopefully, I'll have better luck with like the pips next time. Okay, so the rules for Wordle. I'm not turning on hard mode. Like, why would it do that to me? We have to input 5-letter words. It will give us um, a color code on each letter, and using the logic from the color coding, we have to find what the word is. Let's start with found. Okay, so they're all grey. They are not in the puzzle at all. How about steel? Okay, so we know that there's an E and an A in the solution. I just don't have them in the right places. um, Good luck competing with Slyro. They are a Chaos Gremlin in the truest sense, and if they decide that they're going to have the first badge for that sort of thing, they're going to have it. Is that you feeling seen? Okay, so back to the puzzle at hand. Um, I know that it has to have an S in it somewhere. The same with the E. Yeah, I can try. No, I can't try bites. We don't have a T. Already used the T here. Frost. No E in frost. And we've already used the F. Coats. T has already been used, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, we do. Okay, so. More of a coffee man than a tea man myself. What about miser? Okay. One off. What? It's going to be wiser, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. That was quite a jump from 2 yellows to 4 greens. We got there. I didn't even see that you'd commented wiser. Well done. Both got there at the same time. Yeah, the weather wasn't too bad. That's us done with the New York Times for today. Unless I come back with some bonus puzzles later. Um, so there's a win. There it goes through. Um, I okay. I will have to. I'll have to look into why the bit alerts aren't coming through. I might need to reset the alert box for that. Give me a second. Uh, Bits alerts are enabled. I don't know why they're not showing up. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Today's stream was the first time I've encountered bits as a concept on Twitch, so I'll dig into this properly after the stream, so that like you can have like the alert properly, so I can show appreciation for every bit of support that you give me. Yeah, we were going to move on to Starstruck, which is one of my favorites. I don't track the wins on the easy. I use it as a warm up. But I will be tracking wins and losses on the hard. So the rules for Starstruck, if this is your first time here, is you need to place a single star in each row, column, and colored region. Stars also cannot touch any of the boxes around them, including diagonal. Okay, so with that, let's get into the easy one. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any gimmies straight out the gate. I'll just get my pen ready because it looks like I'm actually going to have to do some eliminations, which I don't usually have to do on the easy. Okay, so firstly, in these top two, the star would have to be here and here. Oh, apparently I have ads running on my stream. I would say it's one of the things I get from being an affiliate now, but I think that's one of the things you guys get subjected to now that I'm an affiliate. But yeah, with the... Oh no! I suppose all the support you guys are showing me is double-edged. Is it actually interrupting the stream, or is it like banners or something like that? Because I don't interact with Twitch much outside of doing the stream. But yeah, because these have to be in these two colored regions, it excludes things that aren't in them. Interrupted. Okay. I will have to make sure. I'll have to make sure I get something to tell me when the ads are coming, so that I'm not, so that you guys aren't being interrupted too much. There will be an ad-free or a non-interrupted stream recording of the stream directly from my OBS uploaded on YouTube. That'll be available tomorrow. Emotes can be social. Okay, so where was I? Right, from here we also have the green and the yellow line up, which means that has to be there. This shape also eliminates from here and here, and now that we've got this shape here, it eliminates from there, which doesn't do much, but it's something. Because we're left with just the two here, we can eliminate from here, here, and these two. What else have I got? Oh, that was one I wasn't expecting. But if we look at this, no, that one doesn't work. Ignore that. Okay, what else have we got? So this shape here actually eliminates from there, there, and there, which gives us the blue, and the orange, and the other orange, grey. This brown eliminates from there, which gives us that one. These eliminate that, which gives us that. Only one in this column is there. It's that brown and that yellow. Okay. For an easy, that's a little harder than I was expecting. I'm still not going to count it in the tracker, but yeah, that one took a little more thought than usual. The streak was broken because I didn't do the daily puzzles on stream yesterday, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll get into the hard, see how bad this one is. Okay, so again, there's no like immediate gimmies. But we do have this straight line here, which at least eliminates them. That gives us this short L shape, which eliminates from there and there. This L shape eliminates from here. This orange and the purple are all in the bottom two rows, which means it can't be in any other region along those rows. This one's, I've drawn that line, you might be able to see it a little clearer, but I'm drawing this line for this section here. I'll color it in as I go as well to show you. So in between these lines, the star would have to be within that shape, or within these regions, because they are fully contained, which means it can't be here, 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 or here, which is actually very helpful because that gives us the yellow there. That turns this into a 2, and because both of these are touching on the orange, that gives us that, which gives us where it is on the orange, which gives us the green. Is there anything else I can spot? Let's get rid of that so I can see a little clearer. Okay, so there's no easy elimination up here. Oh, I did miss one. So this L shape, because if it was here, I'll just draw it quickly. So if it was along this line, this would be eliminated, and if it was in here, this would be eliminated because it's touching. So which gives us that, which turns this into a 3, which clears that, gives us, and because this is now a straight line, that eliminates from there, giving us the brown, which is giving us the blue. The grey would have to be there, which gives us this one, which gives this, this, and there. Okay, like the easy looked harder than it should have been or harder than it was at first glance, but once you spot the shapes that start to eliminate, it all solved down really easily. It's looking like there might be time for bonus puzzles at the end. So have a think on what puzzles it is that you might want me to do later. I might try the Bonzer again later. I didn't mind that one. Wayward. Yeah, I might do some of the word puzzles on here later. They were quite nice when I did them the other day. Apart from that particular Bonzer was a little trickier than I was expecting. But for now, we'll move on to the Sudoku. With the easy, I will try not to use any notes where I write the numbers in little, just so I've got an idea. Basic rules for Sudoku are that the numbers 1 to 9 must appear only once in each row, column, and 3x3 box. So, for example, like because these ones are along these columns, it would have to be here. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly fly through and see what easy eliminations we get. Yeah, that has to be a 3. The 3 has to be there. 3 has to be there. 3 has to be there. There's all the 3s solved already. 4. Okay. It's given that, so that has to be a. Right, so. Yeah, so the 4s in this box, thanks to this 4 and this 4, can only be here, which eliminates this cell, which gives us this 4. It's there. That's all I can do with the 4s at the moment. So just solving through these, like sequentially looking at where the numbers lie before I start trying to complete rows and columns. Right, there's 5 looks in there, so it's that one, so those 2, but this 5 looks up here, so they have to be there. Hi there. So that gives us that 5. This 5 and this 5 look in to give us that one. That solves this one. 5's gone. 6 has to be there. What else can I do with 6s? Not much at the moment. Let's move on to 7. 7. That's all I can do with the 7s. 3 minutes. I'm gonna have to look into my ad settings. It looks like Twitch has just set something like mad as a default. So I will be configuring all of that to be a little more friendly to you guys, ready for the next stream. It's a little much for me to try and do it mid-stream, I think. But I will definitely get on top of it ready for next time. Yeah, like a 3-minute unskippable is nuts. I will definitely check all the settings ready for the next stream. Like, that's not fair on you guys. This one is starting to solve down quite quickly, which is quite nice. It's looking like I'm definitely going to have to do some bonus puzzles. Like, the standard daily ones seem to be flying by. Oof. Yeah, like, so I'll dig into my settings properly, ready for next stream. I had no idea how harsh it was going to be. So I've never had to like deal with this sort of thing before. But yeah, there's the easy done already. Like, that was less painful than. Oh, it was the easy. So I was expecting that one not to be that painful, but it still went by a little quicker than I expected. Okay, right. Let's move on to the medium. Okay, that's an interesting shape. Telescoping. Ah, I see. Yeah, little, medium, big. Okay. Right. Okay. So I will be using the scratch paper here. So that gives us, like, the ones have to be there. Whole box for them. There. There. Quite a few places they can be there. Twos can go pretty much anywhere. I don't like that. Oh no, this has to be a 2. So, like, it looks in here, which means the 2s would have to be there, which leaves that as a 2, which means this is a 1. So now I can put the 1s there and there. Unfortunately, in most of that box, what else can I do with 2s? Not a lot. Okay, actually, there. There. move on to a different number. I don't want to be filling out the boxes just with notes early on. But having a narrower selection to work with can be quite nice. No, okay, right. Maybe let's change up our way of thinking. So let's try and do this whole column. So 1, 2, 3 would have to go there, 4, and then 5 would have to go. Okay, so we don't get a nice little pair to eliminate stuff, but we do know that the 1, 3, and 5 in this box have to be in here. So 2, 3, right, so the 4's already there, the 5's already there, 6 has to go here anyway. 7 will go down here. 8 and the 9. Okay. It's not quite as useful as it would. Let's try and have a look at this row. So the 2 has to go along there. Nothing narrowing it down apart from it can't be here. The 3 has to be here or here, thanks to this one and this one. Already got 4, 5, 6, 7 also has to be here, and that means this is a 3, 7 pair, so the 2 can't go there, which forces that to be a 2, which means that has to be the 8. Okay. So yeah, if that's a 3, 7 pair, 3s and 7s can't go anywhere else in this box. So I can have another look at that box. So 1, 2, 3. 3 has to go there. I've already said that. 4. Okay, so unfortunately we've got a lot of space for the 5. But we might accidentally reveal like another matched pair. So 6. Okay, so that is actually another matched pair. That's a 4, 6 pair. Both the 4 and the 6 can only appear in here, so the 5 can't go there or there. Which tells us, with the 5 having to be there, that tells us the 5 in here has to be in these 2. So it's 7. What can I do with 7's are already there. 8 can be in. Oh, so I've just spotted the 8 has to go there thanks to these 2, which means we still have a lot of room for the 8s here. And the 9, not got much to work with, so unfortunately the 9 can go all over the place there. Okay, let's still. Okay, actually it can't because I can remove the 9 from here, and this was a 4, 6 pair. No worries. Okay. Helps if I remember when I set up pairs, doesn't it? Okay, so now I've set up like 2 pairs in here. These 4 can't really get narrowed down any further. Right, because of the 5, and this also being a 5, 9, I can't really pair these down. It's just like a 1, 8, 9 triple. Similar to the way that we can pair things down to like matching pairs. If this was a triple, I'd be able to remove 5 from it and put it in here. But unfortunately, that doesn't quite work in this situation. Have another look at the middle box. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 already. How many 5s do I have? Nowhere near enough. Yeah, so the 5 can actually go in any of these boxes. Got the 6 already. 7 has to go in these. 8. And do I have anything for the 9? Okay, so the 9 has to be there, which gives us 9. Again, no nice little pairs for us to make any eliminations. Where next? Have a look over here. So we've got the 1. Already done the 2. Okay, so this is another 2-3 pair, which means along this row and within this box, we can't have another instance of 2 or 3. Which means the 3 has to be here, which is another 2-3 pair in that box. It also means we don't need to fill out anything else in these boxes, which means the 4 has to go there. 5 has to be on top there. 6, 7, 8, and then the 9, because it can't be in here, has to be up here. So we'll go back to this box now that we've got the 2-3 pair. So 4 will have to go there. 5s can't do much eliminating with. 6, 7, 8. Again, I think the 9. Yeah, the 9 is going to be the one that trips me up. Because I just don't have enough. I don't have any 9s down yet to eliminate them, unfortunately. Okay. Let's look at this bottom left box. I don't have anything eliminating it for pairs yet. 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Okay, 7. Oh, we just have the 7. I could have solved that 7 from the beginning and just did not spot it. Well done, me. And then the 8. Got nothing slowing down the 8 or the 9. So we do end up with a 289 triple there. And with it being on a corner, we can't really eliminate anything anywhere else with it. Okay. I'm just going to have another look in this box because things look like they have disappeared. So the 1 has to be there, the 2 has to be there, 3. Okay, I never put the 3s in this box, so the 3 would have to go there, which gives us this 1, 5. Keyboards playing silly buggers. 7, 5. Okay. So we had a few things solved down quite nicely there. Okay, so that's become an 8-9 pair, which means that has to be the 5. With it being an 8-9 pair, that makes this the 1. Which gives us this 1, 9, 4, 8, 9, 6, and 4. And then we've got a 2 over here, which gives us this 3 and this 2. Ooh, that was a nice little cascade we got out of that. Very happy with that. Let's have a look at this top right box now. So, notes. So 2 would have to be there. 3, 4, 5. 6 just has to be in that box. 7. Okay, we don't have much eliminating for the 7s, so it's there. 8 has to be in there. And then 9 has to be here or here, which stops us having a 2-7 pair and forcing the 9. Okay, what else can we do? So we've got the 1s there, 2s here. 3. 4s are already noted. Okay, we've got quite a bit of room for the 5s. This is just a 6. 7s just have to be along this bit. Fortunately, we've not got much. Stop the 8s. And then, fortunately, 9 goes in all of them in this top box. Looking to see if there's a pattern for eliminating any of it, but I can't see it, so unfortunately. Not a fan. Okay. Let's try and solve some rows and columns now that you've had a look at all the boxes. So, can't do anything 2, 3 with these ones that we've already got down to 2. This one here, 1, 2, 3, the 4, the 5 just has to be here. Yeah, this is a very interesting version of Minesweeper. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I try and keep things chill. It's just me solving some puzzles with a bit of company. I'm glad she did as well, and most of all, I'm glad you enjoyed it enough that you wanted to stick around. Excuse me. Okay. Right, let's have a look at this column. Row even. So it's 1 has to be all is here or here. Hang on. Does that mean I've solved the 1 thanks to the 6? It does. I'm going to get this 1, this 3, this 5, 9. Okay, so me missing the 1, or me not noticing the 1 after putting that 6 in, slowed me down a bit because this all seems to be solving down now. 2. It would help if I hit the right button. I'm trying to type blind. Lastly, this 4. Okay, let's mark up the wing counter. If sorry, things aren't recognizing button presses. So there's the medium solved. We'll now move on to the difficult one for the day. So as you can see, those numbers do not add up to 5. This is episode 5. One of the streams I did have to cut doing the hard. Okay, we'll start with this 1 here. But I do tend to find like the hard ones actually difficult. You can always rely on Duck Wizard for an offhand joke. So that would have to be 2, which makes this the 2. And that doesn't narrow the 3 down much. I've seen quite a few Sudoku puzzles with like a similar, like not always the exact same layout, but with a similar sort of diamond shape to it. I don't know why that is. Oh, so thanks to the 5 across here and the 5 down there, this has to be a 5, and then thanks to both of them, we get that. 6. Oh, like that's just missing a 6. That doesn't give us this one yet. 7. Okay, these 7s give us that, which gives us this 7. And that. Okay, sold out the 7s very early, so that's the 8. Okay, we've got a central 8, that's quite handy. The box was empty when we started. I'm not seeing any quick solves for the 8s, so let's move on. Right, 9, that has to be a 9, that's all that's left. Yeah, we seem to be slowing down a bit now. Starting to get towards the stage where I'm going to have to use the notes. Not sure I'm quite there yet, though. Goes there, which makes this 5. Let's see, can I finish solving this box? Yes, that's also a 3. 4, 5, so that's 6. This is 6. 1, 2, still need 3 in here. And I also need a 4, which makes this 5. Okay, I can see the corner box is probably being a little more difficult than that. So I'm going to start with my notes now. And then end up with one here. For the 2s, just those corners for that one, and all the corners left there. Quite a few in that one. And then top corner. Nearly. So for those of you who haven't heard yet, I DJ for a local rock and metal night once a month. I've sorted out most of my library at least ready for it. I need to put it onto my external hard drive ready for taking over to the venue. But the big thing that I'm worried about is actually getting. Yep, we're on a chill out puzzle stream. I do talk about like some of the other things like that I do with my spare time. But yeah, like I've sorted out like all the updates for my music library itself. Just need to transfer it to the other hard drive. I need to build out a few extra crates so that like some of the music is sorted a little more. Like the thing that I'm not looking forward to is trying to transfer it to like the gear that we use like at the venue. Like that always takes ages, and if I'm having to do a fresh install, which I might have to, because like I've had to fix a load of like dud tags on stuff. Like a fresh install of my whole library can take like 2 hours. um, that's a very good point. I might not have time to stream on Saturday at all. There's a chance I won't have time to stream on Sunday as well, as I might be running a one shot in like a D&D one shot for a friend's group. I'll see if I can fit in time to maybe do an afternoon stream. You might what? Stream? I didn't know you actively streamed anything, Duck Wizard. Oh, I see. That is something I've thought about potentially doing, but the amount of gear we actually have and the space we have for it at the venue, might be a little difficult, but it is actually something I've talked about with my partner, like about how we'd set it up. But we'd need like some extra cameras. We need to sort out the Wi-Fi in the venue, but it is something I have considered. What was I was talking about? It was fives, wasn't it? Okay, so there's all the fives, sixes, done, sevens are all done. So was that meant to be eights? Okay, I'm doing eights. We've considered it maybe having a camera, but the thing is though, to do it properly, we'd need more computer gear set up so that I could actually, um, we'd need better computer gear to actually like stream any of like the screen for like me like DJing and stuff like that, as well as like the cameras. I think the computer equipment we have access to for the night just isn't quite up to scratch to do something like that. But it's something we could potentially do. If you brought your laptop, then we'd be able to do some of it, but you still wouldn't like be able to hook into like how see the monitors that we're using for running the night and stuff like that. Okay, so I think that's all of the notes put in. Now I just need to start looking at rows and columns and see if I can find pet. Oh no, is that just a naked two? Yeah, that's a naked two there. Fantastic. Gives us this two. I literally the only thing that can come up on that screen when I'm running the night is like the like mix stuff. Like the computer is not strong enough to do more than run mix. Alright, so let's give us that five. I don't think this is just going to solve down quite quickly now that we've got all the notes. Yeah, that's a good point. One thing I do want to try and get sorted at some point is currently playing that we can like put somewhere. But one of the things in the way of that a little is with us using like mix. It's a two deck system, and trying to get it to switch between like what's currently playing would be a bit difficult. But that is something that I've talked about with Matt that I run the night with. Well, I say I run that I DJ the night before. Him and his partner run it. Okay, that's just a mess of a row, which means I can't pair anything down there. Same with that. Same with that. That's not giving me anything. That's not giving me anything. Okay, let's just have a look back through, see if there's something obvious I'm missing. Yeah, you're right about the idea of like not spoiling the next track. Especially with like me really liking to do like all my crazy covers. Like them always being a surprise is fun. But it'd be good to have something that shows like the now playing just of like the main deck, like that would be good. Let's save people having to come up and ask when like I put one of those weird covers in. Yeah, it is possible. Like we're looking at doing a little cross promotion with a couple of like local bands, like a bit later in the year. So like we might have like well, I know that I think next month we've got a guest appearance from like a local-ish DJ who's been doing a similar sort of thing off and on for years. So that means I'll get an hour or so's break at some point, which will be nice. Ha 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 ha. No, like it's not for definite because schedules can change, especially with like another local venue that tries to run nights that interfere with ours occasionally. But there's a guy who's ran like rock and metal nights like all over the northwest off and on for years. He might be coming and doing like a guest hour or two for us. Okay. So what am I after here? 896, 86. No, that's the one and the 89 being there. I can't put that into a triple. Okay, I seem to have stalled again. No. Fives. Nothing. I got the 6 and 7. Eight. Okay. Hmm. Right, so what am I missing? Yeah, especially with doors at the event being at 8. But then again, like it's incredibly rare that you turn up at doors, even when you do have like the time to be able to. I mostly that's been the case in the past, but I'm sure like occasionally there's been one or two where you've made the rookie error, like our friend Tyler. Like you'll sit down after doing something, and then the next thing you know, it's an hour after doors. Yeah, occasionally your old housemates were very good at dragging out how long it took to get to the night out. Like that's the thing I saw firsthand. Well, I'm usually there by about that time, just doing setup. Um, like one of my mates who travels from the Wirral for the night, he usually drives down to get there for about 7, like maybe quarter past at the latest, so that he can have a bite to eat downstairs before the night starts. Don't think they can make it to this one though. Okay, well, this one is stumping me. There's a logical jump that I need to be making that I'm not at the moment. So I think I need to go through box by box and look for where I've got pairs. So I'm not going to get out any pairs out of the eights because everything's got at least a triple in it. The ones, this can't have a one anything pair. This could be a 1-8 or a 1-9 pair, except it can't. 3686, 368. Okay, so if this is a 3, that leaves an 8-6 pair there. And if this is a 3, that gives us the 6 and the 8 there, which means the 3, 6, and 8 can't appear anywhere else on that row. That took me a while to spot, but come on, keep up. No. That's not what I was trying to do. I will have. Yeah, I know. It's not 368, it's 4-5. Oh, right. Let's try that again. Right, so that's got to be the 368. The 5 can't go there. That can't be 3 or 6. 8. Now I'm just going to have to double check that I haven't knocked other things off of that with my miss key. So that triple. 7, 8. That's the 9. Okay. So that's cleaned up a little bit of that row quite nicely. Let's see if there's anything else like that that I can spot. Oh, didn't spot it, but that is just a 2. That might help. Not as much as I'd have liked. I might have pressed undo a little too many times when trying to fix the error earlier. Okay, 3s. I'm not spotting anything quickly with that. 4s. Oh, that's just straight up a 5. 2, 3, 9, triple. Can't do anything with that. So it looks like the notes might have given me 1 or 2 that I haven't spotted yet. Keep clicking it anyway, out of habit. Is it open now, is it? I know it's. I knew it was coming, like the new bowling and stuff this weekend. Uh, okay, so the 6 has to go there because we made it into just these two. Okay. Oh, so that's a 9. Right. Things are going to slowly start solving down now, I think. 4, 6, 8. Yeah, this is all just solving down now. Once spotted like the triple, I was able to make some exclusions. This has all started falling into place. And then finally this 2. That, like, £35 a head for 2 hours of unlimited cocktails. Yeah, like, we definitely can't make it. It's tempting as all hell, but that is a solve on the hard. Fantastic. I yeah, like, it can be done in 2 swigs, but as much as you can neck back an old fashioned, I like to just sit back and enjoy them. I mean, saying that, I can probably get through like 4 of them in 2 hours without pushing the boat out too far. Okay, so yeah, like these are flying through. As much as that puzzle itself just took 25 minutes, still making a like progress through like our usual puzzles very quickly. So we're gonna go on to the daily chess puzzle now. Okay, so although it is the 25th, I didn't do the puzzle yesterday, and I can backtrack to do it. Um, so we'll get 2 in today. I tend to struggle to spot straight out of the gate whether or not it's going for mate or winning material, but we'll see how we go. Like white to move. Oh, uh, this is going for mate because a move there is a discovered check because it's in the way of here, and then its only escape square is there, and then you move the bishop over, and both bishops together leave it fully in check. No? Okay. So I was wrong. Oh, okay. So there's another way of doing it. The other way of doing it is something called under promoting. Usually, when you get the pawn to the end row, you will promote to a queen because it's the most powerful piece. But in this case, turn it into a knight, and the king can't escape check because it's trapped in by both these bishops here. Pretty sure moving it there would have had it trapped by both, and then the pawn was stopping it escaping there. But oh well. That one feels a little cheeky. I do like a knight checkmate. We'll move on to today's actual puzzle. Again, white to move. So first thing I've got to figure out is, are we looking for mate or to win material? Because sometimes the aim is just to like win the, let's say, the queen or something like that. Like I can get an easy check in, and that pushes the king into the corner. Can't come up here. It's in the corner. Oh, I think I spot it. So once the knight's here, king goes in the corner. You can then take, but you can then move the knight here, and the pawn can't take it, but it can move back. I don't know. Let's find out. No? Okay, so that was wrong. It's not going to be sacrificing the rook, is it? No? Okay. Let's see. Like, I do struggle with chess puzzles. I can only get so far with them usually. Hmm. Okay, so I can't get into a position to pin the queen. For pin the rook and the bishop, the queen takes. I'm not just setting up a battery, am I? No, because the queen can just take down material. Let's mark the previous one as a win. In theory, I will. Why are you? There we go. Yeah, because if I don't mind like taking moves back, but the moment I have to use a hint, I'm not going to count it as a win. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and use a hint here. Okay, so it is this rook. So it's not setting up the battery, it's not taking this pawn. It's not stopping just short and forcing the pawn into the wrong position, is it? No. No, I'm going to have to find out what that rook move is. I thought I did that. Okay. I already tried. I thought I'd already tried that. But no. Oh, and then from here you just slide the rook over and there's nothing that can be done because the knight is guarding these two squares. Now I was focusing too much on knight moves to follow up. I used too many hints, so I'm not gonna track that as a win. Let's get our first daily puzzle fail on the board. All right, and now we'll solve a handful of chess puzzles. These are more generalized puzzles. It usually gives you a vague idea of whether you're going for material or mate. Okay, so black to move. This is about winning material. It's a very busy board, but the only free material I can see where I'd be able to take without white being able to just immediately take back is that. Like I always try and get the 3 daily souls for the puzzle, and after that, I try to carry on until like we end the streak with like a misstep or a hint. Okay, so here I can use a tactic called forking. We push the pawn forward, and the king will be in check, but will also still be threatening the rook. And there's nothing that can be done about it because the pawn is defended by this rook here. And then we, even if we lose the pawn, we can take the rook. So the king would still be able to take back after that, but they've lost their last major piece, and that's not very good in an end game. Okay, so the third one, we need to mark the puzzle wins. So that's 1. And 2. All right, let's see. Okay, so for checkmate, we have to use a tactic called a battery here. This is a battery where we've got more than one piece working along the same line. So we start here, pushes the king back. Then we sacrifice the queen here. And now we take the rook, and the king's got no escape. Okay, so that is the minimum 3 for the day. Here we're going to carry on until the streak gets broken, which it inevitably will. Game ending idea. Okay, so I've got to look for mate. It's a very similar tactic to the last one, actually. We ignore these potential threats here entirely because it looks like they're trying to set up a battery on us. So the first thing we do is we go straight for the pawn here. Then we move forward again. Fantastic. Got a nice little streak going today. Okay, so, oh, there is mate coming. Fine. Okay. So this pawn here is technically open for us to take, as much as the king is trying to defend it. The king can't take our queen because of this knight, which is also looking at that square. And then from there, I can just move up 1, ignoring the knight's protected squares, and the king can't escape. 3 minutes. Ah, it's wild. Okay, so that was not the checkmate. There's more. So this is a smothered mate. So yeah, this ends up being a smothered mate. I didn't spot it straight away. So the knight's moved in to defend, but now the king can't move anywhere. Yet another one there. This like today we might actually end up getting through a few more because the last few the streak is broke at 5. Watch me say that and like not be able to solve this. Okay, way to end with mate. Okay, so if I come in, if I sacrifice the rook here, oh no, I think this is similar to the daily where we just go straight in and sacrifice the rook, a la Gotham chess. Levy is actually the YouTube personality that I follow for me to have learned anything to do with chess. I highly recommend checking out some of his videos if you want to learn. But yeah, I think we just go straight in here, and then when it takes, the king is locked in when we bring this bishop over. I mean, this other rook over, so yeah. Although they tried to defend with queen, mate was inevitable. It was just a time-saving gambit that didn't pan out. Okay. Alright. I can win material. Okay. So winning material involves just taking powerful pieces of theirs. So I've got no important maneuvers with the knight. I think I might be able to get the queen though. Okay, so my thinking is with this queen here, if we move over to h5, the queen puts the king in check. There, either the king can move, or the queen can move to defend. If the queen moves to defend, we can take with either the queen or the knight. Yeah, so we move with the knight, which will put a fork on both the rook and the king. Because the king's in check, they are likely to just take with the queen, and then we can take the queen with our own. Yeah, that's a nice material lead there. Okay. Got a nice chess streak going here. I don't think I'm going to go for many more chess puzzles, and then I will have another look at some of the additional New York Times and Netflix puzzles. Yeah, we'll do one more chess puzzle, and then I'll go back to some of that. Oh. Okay, black to move. Dangerous pawn idea. If I take the knight, can I not just run for the queen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can. No? Okay, fantastic. So this is the end of the streak. Because I can do it this way and keep running for the queen. Yeah. I got there, but it broke the streak. So that is going to be our final chess puzzle of the day. I do struggle with counting the pawn moves and stuff like that for endgame. I'm not very highly rated when it comes to chess, but I have played a lot of the puzzles. So occasionally I do pick out little patterns like that. Right, let's go back to Sudoku. Not Sudoku, the Netflix puzzles. So we will ignore the fact that the tracker says Starstruck, because we are not, in fact, playing Starstruck. We've already done that today. Because these are guest puzzles, I don't have win trackers for them. These are just bonuses that we do for you lovely viewers at home. Okay, so Bonza is what if we turned a solved Scrabble board into a jigsaw puzzle. Now we have a theme of ballpark figures. Uh, so the first thing I want to try is this one with pitch. No? Oh, pitcher, because it's ballpark. Yeah. Um, batter. Yeah. Okay. Like, this is going to be hard for me because sports is not a thing that I know very well. Oh, wait, I think I've got one. Let's umpire there. Yeah, fantastic. Um, let's, um, what else have we got? Oh, announcer. There we go. That's the longest word solved. Um, Eldon? No. What's this OR going to be? Organist. That's a weird one. Oh, good spot. Yeah, for the last word. Well done, Duck Wizard. Yeah, so it's a nice little puzzle. I don't mind occasionally doing that one the as a guest. Waywards is interesting. So this is a standard word search, except we can also have the odd letter replaced by an emote, and it'll tell me what the emote is, and that can be used as a partial piece of a word. And we have to lay out the words in order to make a path. All the actual words are going to be uh, in the theme. If there are other words that we find that aren't in the theme, they will not build the path, but um, they can at least give us hints. Pop culture princess. So we've got Peach from Mario Brothers. Then Jasmine from Aladdin. So we've got at, her, and mop. Okay, what's next? This is not one, but this is a good example on how we get some of the hints. Like, so Shrek is not part of the path, but this E is in there somewhere. Like, Aladdin is not a princess. Zelda, however, is. And on the Shrek theme earlier, we've got Fiona, because that's on. Um, from Star Wars, we have Leia. Um, okay, this is not one, but it'll give us a hint. Mia Thermopolis. Is that the is that Hathaway's character from Princess Diaries? hot minute since I thought about that movie. Yeah, it's a nice little puzzle. Crossover. Okay, so crossover has similar things with the emojis in it. We have to solve a crossword that already has a bunch of letters and stuff in it by swapping everything around. So let's get on with it. So, are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. So there we go. Place to post to the grid. Nope. I'm going to guess. Yeah, this was a guess. I like I said earlier, sports are not my thing. What's this one? Tiny trace of color. That's it. That would be it. It's not a tint, apparently. Tag. Run. Oh, we'll come back to that one. Look bad. No, not jumping out at me straight away. Ed, who played Carl in Up, and Santa in Elf. No. Let's try that way. Indulge your curiosity. No. Walk around unsteadily. Okay, I think looks like I'm gonna. Okay. To make a formal mistake is to err. That one at least. Jerry's hipster neighbor in Seinfeld. I never watched Seinfeld. Oh, that's not good. Place to post to the grid. So I've got ram and tag as like my emotes to be able to fill up parts of words. Oh, tinge? Yeah. Okay. Oh, and that's accidentally placed the tag. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I just want the ram out of the way. Oh. Instagram. Uh, so that's going to be an ER. So that gives us Kramer. Yeah, I know the name. I just didn't realize it was from Seinfeld. I'm not going to be doing the jigsaw or the shapes, but I will give Key Smash a try. Thanks very much for your help there at the end, Duck Wizard. I did need it. So this one does what the description says on the tin. Just add vowels. There's a bunch of words with a clue, but the word that it gives us is the word minus its vowels, and we have to figure out what it is. So, what day comes after Christmas? That's Boxing Day. Might give you privacy from your neighbor. That'll be fencing. I would have also taken is a sport that uses swords. Oh, come on, keyboard. If I have to, I will type using the like click to type. Device I use on my two straight hair, so that's a curling iron. Insect whose chirp rate increases with temperature. That's going to be cricket. I also would have accepted the clue. What is the name of the planet that the robots are from in the final book of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy's increasingly inaccurately named trilogy. And yeah, you are right. Before I even had a chance to look at it, it's Squash. That was a nice clean sweep with Key Smash. I think we'll skip back over to New York Times. Not to redo any of the puzzles, but have a look at some of the guest puzzles. Okay. Try Strands. I've not done a Strands yet on stream. It's been a very long time since I played it. So. Yeah, we just try to find words. There is a spangram, which is a word that goes from left all the way to right. Or two opposite sides, sorry. And it might be a double-barreled. If you find words that are off-theme, we get hints for finding enough. Intermission mission. Okay. Let's see, what's first? Beer. It's one of the first things I do during an intermission. What else have we got? Okay, so this is not going to be on theme, but it gets us towards a hint. Fantastic. Get us our hints in. Come on. Ah, soda. Cones is in getting a nice. No, that's not how you spell cones. Once, like once upon a time. What else have we got? Oh, pretzel. There we go. Never know which way around the E and the L is meant to be. Let's get towards another hint. Nope. No. Oh, it has to be 4 letters. Okay. Candy. Okay, so we're going to have to go top to bottom. Once. Try getting. It's a name, that doesn't count. Right, this isn't going to be it, but it seems like I need the clues. Poise is a real word. Prize. Right, so concession concessions. Uh, Concession stand where you go and get all of this stuff. Which leaves us with the final word, popcorn. I don't mind that one. It's just sometimes it's a lot harder than that. Let's see, what other puzzles can we attempt today? I'm not very good at the connections, but I will give it a go. Okay, so the way that I've literally just loaded up the puzzle. Stop giving me stop trying to get me to take hints. So the way that this works is um, we have a grid of 16 words, and there are four different groups of four, each one having its own theme. There isn't necessarily an overarching theme for the entire puzzle. We just have to figure out which each group of fours connecting theme is. They do occasionally throw in red herrings, where some of the words seem like they fit into other themes, so we have to be very careful of that. Okay, so our words for today are wire, quark, cloud, ping, spin, obscure, charge, fortune, check, time, gallop, blur, muddy, people, cash, and cur. Okay, so cash, fortune, check all sound like things that we can pay with, stuff like that. And you can wire a payment. Don't think it's going to be that, though. Obscure and muddy might work together. And blur and cloud. Right, I reckon that's one of our groups. I'm not even going to hazard a guess at what color it's going to be. Okay. I think yellow is meant to be the easiest. Like, quark is a subatomic particle. They have both a spin and a charge. And that's as far as I can get with that. Charge, check, time, and ping someone. Nope. Not even only one away. So like that one gave me nothing. Check, charge, cash, and fortune is one that I was looking at earlier. Let's have a look. One away. Yeah, fortune and charge. Yeah, it has to be a group of four. I've only just spotted that you put in time and ping. But these, I think, are the right ones because they are how you different ways of paying. Yeah. Okay, so in that case, what I'll do, wire, charge, cash. So I'm going to put that as a maybe and that as a maybe. Time and ping, yeah, that is like they do match based on. Oh, it's 'cause these are still highlighted. Based on stuff with internet. That's a possibility. Like, these two, because they're different ways of moving. So we have. Get it to work properly. So we've got a couple of things that might work together in um, in a theme. These themes will have nothing to do with like the yellow theme of obfuscate. Like this cur is throwing me. I'm gonna give that a try. Or did I try that at the beginning already? I can't remember. Okay, so this is one away. Yeah. No, I know what it is. It's just throwing me because I can't see anything else it would match with. Okay, so I know that that one's not blue. I only have one guess left before I fully fail the connections. The thing that's getting me though is like we have a subatomic particle, people, a slur to check on something, a large amount of cash or treasure, etc. A speed in which you move. Wait, are these all different velocity things? Those ones. So is it actually? Let's get rid of that. Because it's all different ways of something moving. No? Okay, so what was it? Oh, okay. So let's go back to the puzzle and see what that was. Yeah, so different magazines. Fortune, like the Fortune 500, People's Magazine. I've never heard of Spin, but I have heard of the Time magazine. Cash charge, check. I was right about the check. Like, you threw me off there, Duck Wizard. Units of volume with the last letter changed. What? So we'd have cup, gallon, pint, and quart. Like that. That purple one is out there. Yeah, well, it is the New York Times. So we probably should have stopped to think about American spelling. I think that's it for the puzzles I'm willing to do here today. Have a look at what tiles it's. I've not actually played it. Oh, apparently I have to subscribe to play it. So that's not one that I'm playing today. I'm surprised it doesn't have Hey, welcome. Unfortunately, you've joined right towards the end. I'm only doing one or two guest puzzles now. Yeah, no, the last few is telling me to subscribe, even though they're on not on the ones that say that I should be paying. Like that's fantastic. Um, so that is, you've actually joined just as I've ran out of puzzles that I'm willing to do today. I've already gone through the Wordle, failed at one of the pips. We did strands and connections. I've also done quite a few of the Netflix ones already. A lot of the ones we've gone through today have ended up being a little easier than we expected. So we've actually flown through our selection of daily puzzles. We are coming in at a little over 2 hours, which is about how long I tend to stream for. Um, so I'm really sorry, Emma, that you've joined just as I'm looking at signing off. No, I did have a fail today. What was it I failed on? I failed on the pips hard. Um, Hit a couple of stalling points with some of the other puzzles, but we got through them. I had a nice streak on the chess puzzles earlier. I think it's just some of the puzzles were a little easier than usual today. So it looks like in between this stream and the next one, I am going to have to find more sources of daily puzzles in case we end up with all these again. Because I don't want the stream coming in at under 2 hours. Like as much as I'm trying to do this as many days a week as possible, anything under 2 hours feels like you're not logging in for anything. If you are wanting to catch up with any of the episodes, you can catch it. Oh, thanks very much. If you are wanting to catch up on any of the previous episodes or this one after tomorrow, you can find it on the channel's own YouTube. There is a playlist I'm compiling called Puzzle Pilgrim, which contains every episode, including the first one where we teased out some technical difficulties. Don't be alarmed if the layout for the first few episodes is not quite like this. Thanks to hitting affiliate at the end of last episode, I did a big revamp on all of my scenes as a bit of a thank you to everyone so that you could have something better to look at than just a camera box, a tracker, and the screen with a black background. Yes, it's an axe. It's sharp. Well done, Duck Wizard. It's an inside joke between me and Duck Wizard. We know each other IRL outside of screens. They throw axes for a living. Ah, no worries. I don't know much about Twitch myself. I have learned all of it as I've gone on for the last, like, just shy of a week. This is only episode 5. Um, yeah, my partner, however, does quite a bit of streaming. She's been doing it since like the plague times, so she has been a great help to me getting this all set up. But yeah, if you wanna find me on YouTube or even the Facebook page, so that you can get the notifications for for when I'm about to stream, because I don't have a set schedule. I try to do it most days, and I will attempt to log on any time between 4 and 5:30. I don't know until the day most of the time, unfortunately. But all the links are here. Should be. If that doesn't work, I'm terribly sorry. I'm missing the S. That's where it is. There we go. The links are there. They're also in the. And the links are going to break because the spacing is wrong. I'm really sorry about that. I'll have to fix that. But the links are also available in the Twitch channel about. thanks very much for joining. Thank you to my first couple of subscribers. And what's this? What have you done? I will have a look at what that is once I have ended the stream. Yeah, thanks very much for joining. Thank you very much for my first subscribers and extra followers and all of the bits that people have donated. I will be looking through the parts that I've missed on setting up the alert boxes ready for next time. And until then, look after yourself and keep on puzzling. Bye.